Yes. Okay. You can see my screen, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So, what is the definition of health? A mere absence of disease is health? No. If somebody has no disease, can he label himself as healthy? The answer is no. You'll come to know about this little later. If my laboratory reports are normal, all reports are normal, can I label myself as healthy? The answer would be partially true because this is okay for physical health. But what about mental health? Then what would be a comprehensive definition of health? If I want to define health, should I say absence of disease? No. Should I say my reports are normal, then I'm healthy? No. So the most comprehensive definition has come from our 5,000-year-old Shastras. In Sushruta Samhita, it is mentioned, Samadoshaha Samagnishya Samadhatu Malakriyaha Prasannatmendriya Manah Swastha iti vidiyate. That means when the Tridosha, that is the Vat, Pitta, Kapha, all the body humors are in uniformity, the digestive fire, that is the metabolism, the digestion, assimilation, metabolism is working normally. All the body tissues and cells, all the components known as dhatus, that is the entire physical body is normal, adequate. All the of urination, defecation, sweating, these are functioning normally. Everything is in perfect order. The mind is pleasantly disposed, contented mind, satisfaction. There is a satisfaction. The senses are satisfied and the Atma is prasanna. When you have all these factors, then and then only you can label as one is healthy. So, not only the physical body, the mental satisfaction, the senses, and the Atma is also prasanna. The cheerfulness which is seen on your face, it will come only when all these factors are normal, not just because the sugar has come normal. You must have seen so many patients. मेरा शुगर तो नॉर्मल है लेकिन मुझे मजा ही नहीं आता है. यू मस्ट हैव हर्ड दिस स्टेटमेंट्स. मेरा बीपी मुझे तो कोई तकलीफ नहीं है लेकिन डॉक्टर बोलता है कि आपका बीपी हाई है. मेरे को एक पैसे का तकलीफ नहीं है. Then there you must have seen two different kinds of patients. One whose sugar is little on the higher side. He is absolutely normal. He doesn't have any problem. For last 25 years, I'm not talking about 2 years. Last 25 years, he doesn't have any problem. But he has been labeled as diabetic or a borderline diabetic. On the other hand, there is a person whose sugar is always normal. He will be always seen in a medical checkup clinic. BP is normal, sugar is normal, weight, waist, everything he maintains is normal. You ask him कैसे लगता है, मैंने जरा भी अच्छा नहीं लगता है मेरे को, मेरा तबीयत ही नहीं है ठीक. So he is not well. He cannot be labeled as healthy. So the definition of health is what I just gave it to you. When everything is healthy, then only you can label yourself as healthy. Now, what is immunity? When a person is totally healthy, the health which Ayurveda has defined, then he cannot have any diseases. He will not have any infectious diseases like corona. He will not have any non-infectious or non-communicable disease like diabetes, hypertension, obesity, hypothyroidism. Nothing will be there. He will not have any psychological illnesses. So mentally, physically, spiritually, everywhere he will be healthy. He will be immune. There won't be any disease formation in his body. Now, this immunity is of three types. One is known as Sahaja or congenital, which comes by birth, which comes from our lineage, from our parents. Then another one is Kalaja. Kalaja is one which is said to be related to that time of the age, maybe. Immunity is good at middle age. Children are little vulnerable, middle age is good immunity. Then again, you grow old, the immunity goes down. That is the age related. Then season related, you must have seen that विंटर सीजन ठंडी के मौसम में एकदम मस्त लगता है, बीमारी कम पकड़ती है, एलर्जी वाला कफ वाले को थोड़ा होता है, बाकी लोग ठीक रहते हैं. समर यू विल बी मॉडरेटली इल. और बारिश के सीजन में यू सी द वायरल इन्फेक्शंस, ऑल द गैस्ट्रोस, all the malarias, more diseases are seen. So seasonal changes, age related changes, morning is better, afternoon थोड़ा dull, evening और dull. So डे टाइम, डे के टाइमिंग से, सीजन के टाइमिंग से, शरीर के उम्र से ये immunity also changes. युक्ति कृता is, it is developed by the person. वो कैसे बिहेव करता है, क्या खाता है, क्या पीता है, कितना व्यायाम करता है, क्या सोचता है, what is the status of his mind, and what all he does to take care of his body is, these all things come in yukti kruta bala. So here the difference is there. आपका जो शरीर है वो आपको कंजेनाइटली मिला है आपके पेरेंट्स से, उसके बाद आप उसको कैसे संभालते हो, उसका क्या करते हो, इस पे डिपेंड करता है कि आपकी लाइफ लॉन्ग इम्यूनिटी कैसे रहेगी. तो हाउ यू एक्वायर एन इम्यूनिटी, ये जो युक्ति सकते हैं, तो इसको ला सकते हैं कपल ऑफ थिंग से. वन इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट इज डाइट. आप क्या खाते हो, वॉट यू ईट इज वॉट यू विल बिकम. आपने अच्छा खाया, बुरा खाया, कम खाया, ज्यादा खाया, इस पे डिपेंड करने वाला है कि आपका बॉडी क्या बनने वाला है. ओके, नाउ व्हाट इज दिस अच्छा और बुरा. देयर इज वन थिंग विच इज नोन एज सात्म्य और सुटेबिलिटी. जैसे वन स्टेइंग इन पंजाब एंड वन स्टेइंग इन तमिलनाडु और आंध्र प्रदेश. एक आसाम में रहता है, एक गुजरात में रहता है, बॉर्न एंड बॉट अप देयर. सो आवर बॉडी gets accustomed to that nature. पंजाबी गेहूं और तमिलियन और हैदराबादी, द राइस विल सूट मोर टू हिज बॉडी. Assam में there will be an X factor for him regarding his food, his habits, what is suitable to his body. When you change these things drastically, it affects your body. Suddenly somebody from down south starts living in Delhi and follows the diet there, he may or may not get accustomed to it. And if he doesn't get accustomed to it, he'll be prone to diseases. And this is seen in the cosmopolitan cities. You have more diseases. आपने देखा होगा कि हम लोग जब भी गांव से यहाँ रहते हैं काफी समय तक, तो कुछ ना कुछ बहुत से लोग यहाँ दवाई खाना पड़ता है. और ये सेम पर्सन व्हेन दे गो बैक टू देयर ओन नेटिव प्लेस, दे विल से वहाँ मुझे ना बीपी की गोली लगती है, ना डायबिटीज की गोली लगती है, आई एम फर्स्ट क्लास, माय कॉन्स्टिपेशन गोज ऑफ, हियर आई टू टेक सम लैक्सेटिव्स डेली, देयर आई एम परफेक्टली फिट. द रीजन फॉर दिस इज, वहाँ जाने के बाद में ही गेट्स टू ईट what he was eating when he was born and what he was eating the whole life and what is suitable to his body. This is known as satmyata. Okay, the other important factor is Vyama, exercise. What kind of exercises, what kind of movements you do, whether you do yoga, whether you do exercises. Again, it has a limitations. एक्सरसाइज आपने बहुत किया, बहुत व्यायाम करने से मैं और स्ट्रांग हो जाऊंगा, गलत धारणा है. Everybody has a limitations. One should know the limitation of his body, what suits him, what doesn't suits him, with the help of his physician or his trainer, and he should do the exercises limited to that level only. It has to gradually increase. Suddenly आजकल everybody, there is a fashion कि आजकल के बच्चों में है 6 महीने में बॉडी बनाने का है. In 6 months they will exert so much to their body, they will take supplements and their immunity goes down, their kidneys are destroyed. We have seen so many young infarcts, cardiac infarcts, and infarct in the intestine also because of these factors. And the third important thing is rejuvenation or rasayana. So these are all purification techniques. These are the panchakarma therapies. These are the herbs. These are the rasayanas which you can take according to your body constitution with the guidance of your physician and increase your immunity. This is the most important factor because body जो आपको मिली है वो आप change नहीं कर सकते हो. आप आहार, food अच्छा ले सकते हो. अच्छा मतलब suitable to your body. Exercise or yoga and vyayamas you can do, And then the third important factor is this rasayana factor, wherein you purify your body through panchakarmas and take immune boosting and positive health promoting regimes to improve your health. Now, Ayurveda says that you have to follow a daily 24-hour regime to keep your body functions normal, keep yourself healthy, and improve your immunity. So, what is it? The first and most important factor is dinacharya. Dinacharya is what? It starts from when you get up. You have to get up, wake up in Brahma Muhurta. What is Brahma Muhurta? सूर्योदय से 2 प्रहर पहले, 1.5 से 2 घंटा पहले, 1.5 hours before sunrise, one should get up, be ready for sun salutations, because morning time there is something unique happening in this universe, something which gives you more energy, which gives your calmness to the mind. You have plenty of time to do things in a very proper way. आप अपने आप को तैयार करने के लिए, एक्सरसाइज करने के लिए, व्यायाम करने के लिए, to plan your day, to, if you want to study, if you want to do some work, if you want to do some planning, if I want to plan something for a very difficult case, all these things, the best time is during the morning hours. The morning time, the birds are chirping, the oxygen level is very high. Vitamin D you can get from the sunlight if you go out and take a walk. So Brahme Murta Uttishte, getting early up in the morning and doing all these things is the first and foremost and very important thing. Second thing is the diet. The diet is very crucial for maintaining a health. It should be taken in an adequate quantity. When should we eat? There is no budget for eating the food. This budget will be different for all the people. आपको सुबह उठने के बाद में पहली बार जब भी भूख लगती है, that is the first meal that should go into your stomach. Once you take that meal, you have to keep your mouth shut for 4 hours. No food should go inside. Then when you are again hungry, take your second meal. So first you will be calling your breakfast, second will be your lunch, and if required a third meal, that would be a dinner. But all these things should start from sunrise and end at sunset. सनराइज से सनसेट के बीच में आपने 2 बार खाना खाना चाहिए, only 2. If required, a very small third meal. That can be helpings of fruits or salads or soup or anything. Your majority meal should be your breakfast. That is about 45% of what you will be eating throughout the day. उसका लगभग आधा से थोड़ा कम या आधा वो सुबह ब्रेकफास्ट में जाना चाहिए. उसके बाद में 4-5-6 घंटे तक भी आप कुछ नहीं खाएंगे तो नो प्रॉब्लम. उसके बाद में अराउंड 30 to 35% इन द लंच and only 20% in the dinner. If you follow this, आपको 100% ओबेसिटी, डायबिटीज, हाइपरथायराइडिज्म, ये सब मेटाबॉलिक डिसऑर्डर्स नहीं होंगे. क्या खाते हैं? This also is very important. That should be according to your constitution. Find out your constitution. What will suit me? How this kind of food will help me? What are the foods that are going to harm you? All these things can be worked out. People get allergies, people get diseases because they eat wrong food. Orange is very healthy, tomato is very healthy, लेकिन सबको ऑरेंज टोमेटो सूट करने वाला है क्या? नहीं करने वाला है. देयर आर पीपल हु कंज्यूम मोर एंड मोर ऑरेंजेस, उनके बॉडी को सूट नहीं करता है एंड दे हैव प्रॉब्लम्स. देयर आर पीपल हु वुड बी हैविंग hyperuricemia just because they are eating sour foods, but they don't know. वो बोलते हैं हम तो सारा हेल्दी ही खाते हैं, पूरा हेल्दी ही खाते हैं हम लोग, लेकिन that particular thing is not suiting your constitution. That's the problem. फूड में प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, फूड सभी अच्छे हैं. खाना है, कब खाना है, ये इंपॉर्टेंट है. Along with this, the third important factor is sleep. आप कब सोते हो, कितना सोते हो, ये बहुत important है. Nowadays, 90% of the people, I would say, at least in the metropolitan cities and metros, 90% of the people are awake even at 12 o'clock in the night. 9 o'clock is the time when melatonin, a very important hormone, starts secreting in your body, and this melatonin induces sleep. This melatonin prevents many diseases. This melatonin helps in preventing cancer also. But हम लोग क्या करते हैं, मल्टीमीडिया में लगे हुए रहते हैं, मोबाइल, television, chatting, or even this light. This light itself keeps us awake, and this light reduces the melatonin secretion. And by staying awake, by going to the multimedia continuously, we suppress the melatonin, we suppress our sleep, and we have done studies where we have found out that deprivation of sleep only is cause of so many cancers. Cancer is one, I'm giving an example. There are so many other diseases: hyperacidity, stress, hypertension, cardiac ailments. All these factors come in if you do not take adequate sleep at adequate time. Now, all these BPO workers, they work in shift duties. I have so many patients who are doing night shift since last 2 years, 3 years continuously, and the daytime they will come and sleep. They will take 10 coffees during that time. They will take so many junk foods. You only get junk food in all these centers. No good food is available, and they come with so many diseases. I tell them, you are earning lakhs of rupees, crores of rupees, just to spend it when you're going to get n number of diseases after 5 to 10 years. The beginning is already the start. It has already started. They come for so many ailments. That is the time I tell them. Now, a good sleep will improve your immune system. There are so many technical factors also in this. I will not bore you by telling you all those things. Now, in this image, you can see when light falls on your eyes, it goes to that optic chiasma, suprachiasmatic nucleus, and then it awakens the brain, it secretes serotonin, and the body function starts. And in night time, the light deprivation, and because of the biological clock, there is a biological clock inside our body which decides what to do when. And the pineal gland, it secretes this melatonin. This melatonin induces sleep, and in you sleep, and during that time, all the body flushing, the removal of toxins, the rejuvenation takes place. अगर आपने ये नहीं करने दिया, आप सोए नहीं, आप मल्टीमीडिया देखते बैठे, आप पार्टी अटेंड कर रहे हो, आप मजा कर रहे हो, नाच रहे हो, टीवी देख रहे हो, या मोबाइल में व्हाट्सएप चैट कर रहे हो, दिस मेलाटोनिन सेक्रेशन स्टॉप्स, एंड फिर आपको you will not get sleep. That is one factor. But because this has not happened, the rejuvenation, the cleaning, the BMC, the municipal corporation inside the body cannot function. So toxins get accumulated, and then lot of diseases starts taking place inside your body. Now this, when this happens for days and days together, कभी तो भी मजबूरी की वजह से एक बार किया, दो बार किया, it will not affect you. But there are people who will be doing this regularly and regularly, and then after a couple of years, they'll end up in insomnia, stress, schizophrenia, hypertension, cardiac ailments, even diabetes, hypothyroidism, and then say, मैं तो कुछ भी नहीं करता हूँ, हर चीज अच्छे से करता हूँ, फलाना खाता हूँ, एक्सरसाइज करता हूँ, फिर भी मैं बीमार कैसे पड़ गया? क्योंकि आपने हर चीज गलत टाइम पे किया. लोग रात को खाना खाने के बाद में जिम में जाने वाले भी लोग हैं, एक्सरसाइज कर रहे हैं लेकिन गलत समय पे. मैं 7 घंटा तो सोता ही हूँ, कभी सोते हैं 7 घंटा, रात को 3 से लेके सुबह 10 बजे तक. इट विल नॉट हेल्प. सुबह उठना है और रात को सोना है, उसको आपने बिगाड़ दिया, तो यू आर नॉट गोइंग टू स्टे हेल्दी. You are just following the number of hours, but you are not following the schedule. The biological clock has to be honored. This circadian rhythm or this dinacharya has been told in our shastras 5000 years back. 3 years back, 3 scientists from Japan and Germany did study on this. They presented this image that is in front of you and they got Nobel Prize. हमारे चरक सुश्रुत वाग्भट बोलते थे तो वो किताबों में पढ़ा रहा, उन्होंने उसको पब्लिश कर दिया and they have been given Nobel. But it's good thing, at least because of that lakhs and crores of people have started honoring this dinacharya or daily regime. Then other is Ritucharya. This is what you have to follow 24 hours daily. Now Ritucharya is what? Ritu means season, Charya means the discipline which you have to follow. Seasonally there will be some variations. बारिश में थोड़ा सा अलग सीजन रहता है, गर्मी में थोड़ा अलग हो जाता है, ठंडी में कुछ अलग हो जाता है. This routine what I told you is almost same. There is little variation according to the season. Like the food you take, the food will vary according to the season. गर्मी में पित्तकर खाना आपको नहीं खाना है. बारिश के मौसम में, ठंडी के मौसम में कफ कर ठंडी चीजें नहीं खाना है. बारिश के मौसम में जॉइंट पेन, वात की तकलीफ सब ज़्यादा हो जाते हैं. और ये हमारे YouTube चैनल में अगर आप जाओगे तो ऑल दिस थिंग्स आई हैव बीन टोल्ड इन डिटेल. लॉट ऑफ ऑल द टॉपिक्स के बारे में वीडियो आपको उसमें मिलेंगे. यू कैन डेफिनेटली गो टू इट, यू विल गेट टू नो इट इन डिटेल. एंड व्हेन वी कंप्लीट आवर टॉक, next time if at all you want me to come again, you can suggest me a topic. We will definitely enlighten you. Suppression of natural urges. This is one major cause of the diseases. Now what are these natural urges? They are like अश्रु. रोना आ रहा है, रो लो, उसको दबा के रखोगे तो तकलीफ आएगी. छींक है, खांसी है, of course you have to cover your mouth, but don't try to stop it कि बाबा ये यहाँ सबके सामने कैसे छींकूं. Urine, motion, gases. Now our children's, why they are getting so many problems at young age? Why these PCODs have come up such a large numbers? Because आजकल हमारे बच्चे सुबह 7 बजे के स्कूल में जा रहे हैं. 7 o'clock they are going to the school. 6:30 बजे उठाया जाता है, फटाफट आधी नींद में उनको नहलाया जाता है, कपड़ा ऐसे पहना जाता है ड्रेस करके, एंड 7:30 दे आर इन द स्कूल. और वहां पे ये बच्चे शर्म के मारे या डर के मारे यूरिन आएगा या मोशन आएगा तो आधे लोग बताते नहीं है, जमा करके रखते हैं. 2-3 घंटे के बाद जाते हैं या घर आने के बाद जाते हैं. When this happens for a long time, it causes lot of problem in the lower pelvic region. All the diseases of the lower pelvic region is caused by this. You will be surprised what I am telling you, but this is a fact. Ladies have more of these habits. We are privileged to have 2-3 toilets in our houses, most of us, so we don't have problem. But if you go to a middle class house, if you go to these chawls and slums, they have to stand in queue to go to the toilets. So what they do, all the females you will find, they will be going to the toilet in the evening or late night, because morning में काम पे जाने वाले जो मर्द है उनका हक है उधर, तो पूरे दिन तक वो उसको रोक के रखते हैं. So you can imagine. और कभी शाम को जा पाते, कभी नहीं जा पाते, तो second day, third day they will go. So all the piles, the fissures, the PCODs, the constipation, the rectal cancers, all. Never suppress your urge. You have to honor your urge always. Now again, diet and immunity. I explained you how nutritious your diet is, how satmya is your diet, and what you are eating and when you are eating. Depending on that, your immunity will be boosted. Malnutrition is also bad, and obesity is also bad. कम खाओगे तो डेफिशिएंसी वाले डिजीज होंगे, ज्यादा खाओगे तो बढ़त वाले डिजीज आएंगे सब. Vitamin D is a very important factor for immunity. These days we do not get vitamin D because हम लोग AC के घर में रहते हैं, खिड़कियां बंद रखते हैं, थोड़ी सी धूप आने लगती है तो उसको फिल्म लगा देते हैं ताकि वो भी ना आए, उसके ऊपर एक पर्दा रहता है तो बचा हुआ वो भी नहीं आता है. There is no sunlight reaching your body. देन यू गो इन एन एसी कार, उसको भी पूरी तरह ढक के आप जाते हो. देन यू गो एंड रीच टू एन एसी ऑफिस. So everywhere you are covered. The sun exposure is not there. That is why the best time to get up is in the morning, so that at least you can have a 45 minutes walk. उसके साथ में you get sun exposure. There is nothing like a sun exposure. Sun is the best friend. जो विटामिन डी सन दे सकता है वो कोई दवाई नहीं दे सकती. Vegetarians should all the more do it, because vegetarian foods lack in vitamin D. All these salmon, sardines, the milk products have little amount of vitamin D's, but vegetables में ये बहुत कम मात्रा में है. Sun exposure is the best way to do it. Even the vitamin supplements don't help much. See, the 1 billion people worldwide have vitamin D deficiency or insufficiency. The primary source of vitamin D is sun exposure. Now, these are how the vitamin D is converted and all, and it is a very important factor for immunity. Water is very important factor for immunity, but how much, when, how, what? There is a misconception that more water you drink is very good for you. It is not the case. You should take adequate water. It all depends upon who you are, where you are, and what you are doing. आप घर में एसी में बैठे हो, आपको 5 लीटर पानी की जरूरत है ही नहीं है. जो वहाँ पे रास्ते में खड़ी फोड़ने वाला होता है, जो धूप में काम करता है 12 घंटे, वो अगर 40 किलो का भी है तो भी उसको 4-5 लीटर पानी की जरूरत पड़ेगी, बिकॉज वो पसीने से उतना उसके बॉडी से निकल रहा है बाहर. हम एक जगह में बैठे हैं, एक्सरसाइज नहीं कर रहे हैं, एसी में बैठे हैं, हमको उतनी पानी की जरूरत नहीं है. The water will be different in Haridwar, in Nasik, in Konkan. You have to take room temperature water in summer season, lukewarm water in winter, rainy season, and warm water in chilly seasons. The water you take in Himachal will be of different temperature. Rajasthan वालों को अलग पीना पड़ेगा. So there will not be a one rule कि आप 5 लीटर पानी सभी throughout India, throughout the world, everybody will take lot of water. Again, it depends upon their body constitution and the disease. This is what we do. पड़े रहते हैं. We have lot of habits, television, and then we consume this. The combination of this will be 100% diseases, and mostly all the non-communicable diseases. One should have a customized diet plan according to the constitution, and this is very important to prevent all the diseases. It is always advisable to finish your meal before the sunset. Now, those who have not done all these things or are not able to follow these things, lot of ama, lot of toxins will be accumulated in their body. Now, if you don't take care of these, then these will transform into some or the other diseases. So for this, you have to undergo shodhana or purification. That is what eliminate all the toxins from the body and prepare the body for rejuvenation. That is the rasayan karma. That is the objective of panchakarma. Okay. Now panchakarma can be done to a diseased patient. That will be a different panchakarma. Panchakarma will be done to a healthy body. It is like servicing. You take a very expensive Mercedes or BMW car worth 2 crore rupees और उसको आप 5 साल तक सिर्फ चलाते रहो, तो वो परफॉर्म करेगा जस्ट बिकॉज इट इज अ मर्सिडीज वर्थ 2 crore rupees? नहीं, इट कैनॉट. बिकॉज अच्छी से अच्छी गाड़ी या सादी से सादी गाड़ी हो, उसको पीरियोडिक सर्विसिंग जब करते हैं, देन इट्स कार्बोरेटर गेट्स क्लीन्ड अप, इट्स परफॉर्मेंस इंक्रीजेस एंड इट हैज अ लॉन्ग लास्टिंग इफेक्ट. एवरेज अच्छा होता है, ज्यादा साल तक चलती है, आवाज नहीं करती है, साइलेंट रहती है, एवरेज ज्यादा देती है. क्यों करती है सब? बिकॉज इट हैज बीन सर्विस्ड फ्रॉम टाइम टू टाइम. हम हमारे बॉडी को ये सर्विसिंग कभी करते हैं क्या? नहीं करते. वी फील दैट वी आर लाइक come up from a very heavy lineage, अच्छा खाते हैं, बस हो गया. There is no servicing is required. So by doing this panchakarma, what you are doing is something which is like a servicing of the car, which will remove all the toxins. Because in spite of, even if somebody follows everything, then also seasonally there will be some doshas which get accumulated. And those who are not following anything, उनका तो पूछो ही मत, उसमें के लिए पंचकर्म करना चाहिए. Now this is what we have talked till now is something for the body. This is for the physical body. This is what will come in those reports which I was talking about. कि laboratory reports normal आएगा तो health है क्या नहीं है. But beyond this physical body, there is Panchakosha. That is Annamaya Kosha, Pranamaya Kosha, Manomaya Kosha, Vijnanamaya Kosha, and Anandamaya Kosha. That means there will be deeper layers in the body which needs to be taken care if you want to reach to a positive health. शरीर को छोड़ के भी और भी चीज है, मन, विज्ञान, प्राण, श्वास, ये सब चीजों को भी ठीक से रखना है, तब जाके हम पॉजिटिव हेल्थ में ला सकते हैं. तो इसको ठीक कैसे करेंगे? फॉर दिस we require yoga. So what is yoga? Yoga is, as I told you, as ashtanga, yama, niyama. That means you have some restraints, some observations. झूठ नहीं बोलना है, किसी का बुरा नहीं सोचना है, हिंसा नहीं करनी है, किसी को मारना नहीं है. ये सब यमा नियम में आता है. Asanas are steady postures जो हम आसन करते हैं. जैसे I just explained you at the beginning that it is to maintain a steady posture so that all these other yogas can be performed. Pranayama is control of breath and energy. Okay. Pratyahara is control of your meditation. When you do all these things, all your psychosomatic diseases, the mental diseases will not take place. हर बीमारी, the science has proved that 90% of the illnesses are because of the stress. It comes from the mental level. हम दिमाग से सोचते हैं, वो जाके आगे फिजिकल बॉडी में आ जाता है. If at the mental level, if you are stable, if you are happy, if you are sound, तो आप अच्छे डिसीजन लोगे. आपको क्रेविंग्स नहीं होगा कि ये खाना चाहिए, ये मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगता है. देन यू विल ईट समथिंग विच इज गुड फॉर योर हेल्थ. देन यू विल फॉलो समथिंग विच इज गुड फॉर योर हेल्थ. यू विल नॉट थिंक बैड अबाउट एनीबडी एल्स. किसी के बारे में बुरा सोचना, किसी के लिए हिंसा करना, ये भी एक बीमारी ही है. यही आगे चल के सोशल डिजीजेस, मेंटल डिजीजेस में कन्वर्ट हो जाती है. When mentally you are healthy, how you will become mentally healthy? You have to do yoga. What is yoga? Yoga is yoga chitta vritti nirodha. Chitta means mind, vritti means उसके कर्म जो है उसको कंट्रोल में करना है. How to control it? By prashamana. Prashamana means उसको forcefully नहीं कंट्रोल. नहीं तू ये सोचना नहीं, ये नहीं सोचना, वो नहीं सोचना. You cannot forcefully cage a mind. It has to be done. Okay, so that is what yoga teaches. So asana is one part, but by pranayama, by meditation, you can achieve this chitta vritti nirodha, that is controlling the mind. Your stress will be released, and a relaxed body and an alert mind status will bring yoga, which will be a healthy status for all. By doing yoga, you get benefit at physiological level, at psychological level, and biochemical level. All the three levels. Physiological means body, psychological means mentally, and biochemical means पूरे body के functions. Now, along with a healthy body and a sound mind will give you a very good immunity status. This is a state which can be called as positive health, where you will not get any disease. You will not get a mental disease, you will not get a non-communicable disease, and even the communicable diseases will be prevented. This is a state where you will be at a perfect health. These are some of the differences between a yoga and the exercise. Okay, you can remember that health management is free and enjoyable. Disease management is very costly and very painful. Thank you for a patient hearing.
Thank you, sir. Could you please show us the earlier slide of difference between yoga and normal exercise?
Yeah. Okay. Now, this is yoga and conventional exercises. Okay. Conventional exercise you just do for a stamina or strength, but yoga you do for strength to relaxation. You don't force yourself, you don't lift weight in yoga, but your muscle is becoming stronger and it is relaxed. By yoga, what you do, you use only a fewer muscles or fewer nerves, whichever is essential to maintain that posture, and all the other muscles are relaxed. So your energy is conserved, your energy is channelized. With yoga, you can make your body subtle like a sponge, or when required, you can make it into a hard like a diamond. The effort is minimal in yoga. Your body is relaxed. But in an exercise, the effort is maximum. You have to put more efforts. At the end of exercise, what is your status? You are fatigued. You have to sit somewhere, drink water, or eat something, or sleep. But at the end of yoga, you are energized. You are ready to go to a work. You are ready to do some activity. And by doing yoga, you have a balanced thing. But in weightlifting and all, you are doing something which is imbalancing the muscle. Yeah. Anything else you want to know?
Thank you. Thank you, doctor. It's a very, very informative session. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much.